Hello.
Yep, sup.
So,
Yeah,
alright, I'll just share my screen with you. There we go. How you going?
good man, good. You keen for this? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I was hella lost when I was playing Muscat.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of owned me.
I'm honestly really enjoying. I played a hour and a half session with Lex last night, and he was playing really good, and I learned a lot of stuff. So I've got the matchup very fresh in my brain right now. So I'm looking forward to going through it.
Yeah, because I feel like I didn't feel like there was anything clear that I lost. I just died,
Okay.
and he killed me. And the one game that I won was because he didn't kill me.
Yep.
Off like one hit. So I felt like that was the matchup, and I'm trying to make it more consistent, but I can't really see where to go because a lot of the other matchups make sense. Right, you just knock them off stage and you can just edge guard. Like for Sheik, you just rinse and repeat. But for Peach, I can't get any edge guards right. Like that's why I sent that third replay.
Yep.
That one I was just hella lost on how to edge guard because even though I won that game, there was like a lot where I feel like I could just kill them like way earlier.
Sure.
Been way more clean.
Yep. It's edgeguard is actually like probably one of the first things it talks about, like especially like Falco's. Like I talked to Kai about it a decent amount. Like Falco's that are sort of stuck in the matchup and like just can't beat me 90% of the time. It's because they don't know how to keep me in the corner and they don't know how to edgeguard. So
Yeah.
that's probably we'll have a look through it and I'll go through it naturally. But I'm sure that's going to be something that comes up pretty fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll quickly before we start. Oh, we'll take that music one sec. We'll just have a quick look through your questions. Yeah, what do you want? Like, what do you sort of want to get out of Melee? Like, what are you looking for?
I do want to get good because I've been playing for a long time. Like I remember seeing you back in FM days, like 2018. Or something. Like we've been playing for a while. But I've never been able to crack it.
Yep.
So I think the last few tournaments I went to, LAN was Phantoms in 2019, 2020, or maybe 2018, 2019, I think.
Sure.
So I think 2020 died.
2020 was the last one. 2020 was the last one before everything died.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was my last one then. And I was never able to crack anywhere in LAN. But
Yep.
then, like I low-key want to say online era, the skill drop. Like it raised, but also like the relativeness drop. I want to say at least.
Like your relative skill to like the people.
Yeah, that's how I want to say it.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
where would you put yourself before? Like how did you do it, Phantom? Like who'd you end up beating and losing to?
I lost to Chloe, but I got wobbled.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I lost Tid in winners.
Yep.
Samus. I can never crack those Samuses. So I just lost to like two floaties essentially on one weird
Yep.
matchup. But even in Sydney, I was never PR. Like I always just got owned by like AZ. I'm sure you know him.
Yeah, the top platform Falcon.
Yeah, he just execution tested me all the time, and I just can't beat him. Then there was Chowder, who was Samus, Marths. Like I just couldn't crack him. So I looked up J-Nuts a lot. I saw a lot of J-Nut stuff, a lot of MC stuff in locals. But yeah, I was never able to crack. But then when I hit online, I feel like maybe I just grind more and everyone just stopped playing. It did just feel a bit easier, or I just got a bit cleaner with my tech skill.
I think you just got a lot better. I think what you just played and you got a lot better. I think that's just what happens. And yeah, I can definitely tell that the spaces are definitely your comfort matchups, especially like just looking at your spread. So this will be really interesting going to. So yeah, like when you play, how do you play? And like what do you do?
Like I don't really have a game plan. I just react to the situation, just play the situation out. Whether it's a good idea or not. Like I can't really think of an overarching game plan versus Peach.
Okay.
Like I said with the other characters, like Falcon, I can lock down, eventually get him off stage, rinse and repeat. Same with Sheik. Fox is always a bit weird, but at least like Dare or Shine is what I'm looking for, and I know, like that's what I want.
Yep.
Like, when I get Shine and Peach, it gets me nothing. I just get down Ned from the Peach.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be. I'm really looking forward to the games. We'll have a look at the games and we'll see what it takes you. We'll have a look. We can start with you getting owned. We'll see how it goes.
I think that's a diff one. I think. Let me double check what I named it.
Oh no, that's the from last round. Let's have a
The
look.
one I got was
Good.
bad FOD.
Yeah, bad FOD. Here we go.
Can't believe we named it so similar.
Let's do it again. There we go.
So this is the last game of our session.
Yep.
Yeah, and he just.
What do you just killed you? 4.5. That's pretty low. An 8.0. Yeah. Yeah. Like often what I'll look to, I'll look at this before I look at anything else. It generally tells you a lot. We'll have a look at neutral too. So you're like, alright. So as a guidance for Falco, you should be winning neutral about like 30% more than the peach.
Okay.
At least like that like Falco should be winning more neutral than the peach by like a reasonably significant margin. If you don't, there's definitely like a huge problem.
That's my strength in the matchup. Like you think.
Yeah, but here, like even in this matchup, Muscat won neutral more. So we'll have a look and see. Have a look at this as well quickly. Just see where he got. He got a few really big openings, and then just like 2 to 3 pieces, and he probably just cleaned up an edge guard. So we'll have a look how it goes. But yeah, it should be really interesting. All right, there's already something to talk about.
Really?
What do you think I'm gonna mention here?
I honestly don't know.
Interesting.
Dash dancing bad?
What are you trying to punish with this dash dance though? Like the thing is, like if you look at the peach floating and you see the peach floating in, like as soon as peach lands with this fair, you can't react. Like you try it, you see? Like there's no lag. That move has no lag. So if you're waiting for the
grabbed me there as well.
Yeah, it could have grabbed you, could have nared, could have literally done whatever she wanted, but like it's gonna be chap. But yeah, this move has no lag. You can't. Okay, so we'll start with reacting to Peach because that's gonna be a really big theme. Is you can't wait for Peach to land. Like if you wait for Peach to land, you have to read the option after, but you should be reacting to where the Peach is in the air to pick your option.
Like, what do you even do here? Because up here doesn't. I think up here might hit here actually, but like typically you can't hit them. When
Yep. So here, like if I see Peach and I see the Peach floating here, you the FOD platform's a little bit weird. Generally, well, this FOD platform kind of screws everything up. So either there's a few things you can do here. If you see the Peach going for this full hop, let's have a look. You can either dash in and full hop yourself. The reason that's good is because you know the Peach, as soon as you see this float height here, like as soon as you see the Peach jump and float here, you can literally just like full hop fair, like full hop like back air, and you just reset and you get the free hit because the Peach is going to set up for the fair and you can hit her during that. And she's also like really slow, especially when she commits to the float. So as soon as like if you're looking for the Peach to jump, you can actually track her and you can literally just full hop at her, like hit her once and like reset.
What's Peach counterplay? Can she just like full hop, float, and then instant nair? And it's like a read?
So the counterplay to you doing this, so basically you're waiting for her to full hop float here to jump at her. Or like you're waiting for her to hit this angle. The counterplay from Peach, which like 90% of them won't do, is you jump and then you double jump back.
Because like I think in this scenario, Muscat used double jump to get that float height. I think he messed up his full hop.
Let's have a look.
Or something.
Yeah. He did this double jump back. So as soon as you see the float, the Peach. Oh, this is a bit of a weird situation actually. Let's have a look here again. But either way, we'll talk about. I do want to talk about this situation. Basically, when you see the Peach and you know the Peach is gonna land with fair, don't just run at the Peach, because you know like you have to read like. Something Sock does really well, actually, is you have to wait the option after the Peach lands. And you know in this situation, because it's a scrap and you know the Peach is looking for you to run in, the Peach is going to jab.
Okay.
Right? So, and the other option here, like normally when you see the Peach at this height, you can just jump back laser and you catch the Peach's landing with the laser, right? But obviously you can't laser here.
Yeah.
So here you pretty much like... You kind of have to... You like dash dance, but you wait an extra beat to go in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you stay here, but you know the jab is coming, or you have to read the jab. And then you have to dash dance, and you have to wait the extra beat.
Because I know lower Peaches, they down smash there, and I just get owned. So I guess it's like the same thing, where you just wait one beat.
Yep, exactly. Just wait one extra beat, because you can't cancel... You can't punish the land. You have to punish the thing after it. And generally in this spot, the thing that's going to come after it is an instant move. So you punish that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good way to start. I think this is all good. So we'll talk about
Double
air
shine
to
even worth it?
ground. What did you say, sorry?
Is double shine even worth it?
Not
I've
really.
tried a lot in the session, like didn't really get me anything.
You can, I don't know, Peach. You want to do like a lot of fade back on her shield, and then you can catch a jump, and you can catch her option after, and then like you shield, like especially when you're near the ledge. So the big thing we're going to talk about Peach later is like trying to get your goal when you have two goals when you're comboing Peach. It's to get under her, like her being above you, and to get under her and try to shark her. And then your other goal is to push her off stage. So grab like it's like shine pressure into grab starts to become really good when you're near the ledge. And up throw is not bad, especially when you're like near the ledge and they have to SDI the lasers off stage as well. But and
Okay.
before that, yeah, it's you don't want to commit on the shield too hard. You can sort of because Peach is kind of slow out of shield. You can sort of just like wait and you can like retreat and you can like laser or you can if the Peach goes for like a shield grab or a nair, you can often like you can do like that shine wave dash back and forward smash. Lex gets me with that a lot. So it's
Okay, yeah.
you can abuse the Peach like you just wanna be careful about how you commit on Peach's shield because she's so slow out of shield and she doesn't really have like the same full hop other characters do. You can you play it a bit uncommittal and slow and you sort of eke her out of shield and then you punish that.
Okay.
But
So I just
we'll
went ham like space style. Yeah, okay.
you also have to remember there's no real big opening for you if you like crack her like this.
Yeah.
And like the risk of getting like reverse out of shield is really high. So you sort of you don't wanna you wanna play the option that punishes her going for the reversal. If that makes sense. So you wanna like play slow, you wanna play like hit a shield, go back and try to you wanna try to bait her out of shield and like punish her trying to like punish you. Instead of just like trying to force your way in and like hoping your shield pressure is good enough instead. But if the Peach just waits, then you have a really big problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's the air to ground shot? So do you know about the problem at Dev with low percent, especially for Peach?
Yeah, they just land and down smash.
Yep, yeah. So you have to be
Oscar can
really
do that to me, but yeah, I know it's possible.
yeah. It's really scary. Like when you're like whenever you dare. We'll talk about top light. Where's top light?
Oh yeah, that interaction. Yeah, I remember.
Like this.
Yeah,
This was good actually. Like yeah. Whenever you dare, whenever you do an aerial from top light, you want to fade it. So you want to be.
He could have down smashed there.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. And like, I think Bear's a lot better than Dare in most spots here, as long as you fade it away. And like, you mix up, like, it's really hard for Peach to get a true punish if you mix up laser, if you mix up like double jump, and you mix up your fade. So it's when you come from this top platform, I might go into a Lex replay later, but when you come from this top platform, you really want to be mixing up. Like, you can dash dance on this platform for a little bit and like mix up where you come down from. So the only way Peach gets an opening is if the Peach reads your drift.
You can't dash attack all of them?
Nah. Not even close. It's like if it's the thing about Peach dash attack is it has to be strong dash attack to get an opening. Because if it's weak dash attack, especially at low percent, you get the opening. It's neg on hit. And it's neg on like if you ASDI, it's neg on everything, right? So it's like the only way for the Peach to get the hit is the strong dash attack, and if you fade your aerials properly, it's almost impossible to get that without a hard read on your drift.
Yeah.
So like just think about whenever you come down from the platform, just think about like where the Peach thinks you're gonna go and try to fade just outside it. And you can use laser coming down as well, like occasionally, but like all your options have risk, but if you mix up your drift and you mix up and you're patient and you mix up your dash dance on top flat and you mix up all of this, it's really hard to hit you. So you just want to make yourself, yeah. You want to make yourself as hard to read as possible coming, like when you come down. So that's what I'm talking about is, yeah, go ahead.
Also, Dare Shine doesn't hit sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. You sort of have to recognize that, and that's why it's so important to do like the retreating stuff after the shine.
Okay.
Because like a lot of the time, like the pressure isn't true, and if you try to overextend it, you get counter hit.
Can I wait for the animation to go back and then shine, or does that not work? Because I'm doing instant Dare Shine. There's a high Dare.
Let's have a look. I will purposely like I don't know about other, like obviously other Peaches probably won't, but I will purposely SDI the Dare to not get shined. Let's have a look. Oh, that was he moved out of it. Oh, this?
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, you could wait.
Really?
That might be something worth labbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that happens a lot. Or randomly, at least.
that's really funny actually. Now you pointed it. Look at it go. Samus does this too, by the way. So if you've ever looked at Samus's getting hit animation, she leans all the way back, so you're dead. Like your shine always misses. So yeah, you could
Down
wait.
tilt Link here? Like, is there no option?
Um,
Up tilt, turn around? That is
how
annoying.
low was the dare? So that's the important thing
High.
about low
It's
dares.
max height.
Nah, it was max height. So that's what we want. We also can talk about low percent, especially because of the lean back and especially because you don't get a ton of shine. It's really good to get the lower dares because then it does link into down tilt. It does link into up tilt as well.
Okay, yeah. I guess I could take it to get shield grab here as well, so it wasn't even safe.
Yep. So yeah, you want to play basically. You never want to give the Peach the free openings. The Peach is looking for the shield grabs. The Peach is looking for you to like try to run at her when she lands. The Peach is looking for you to do like a lazy aerial that she can like read your positioning on and get a dash attack, right? As soon as you start being aware of that the Peach is looking for all your lazy options and doing a slightly harder to punish option, or just like not biting on those lazy options, like not doing the options that can get shield grabbed, not doing the options that will get like dash attacked as you come down, not doing the options that get like not trying to like hard punish your landings, like the Peach starts to freak out. Like straight up, like that's how Peach, like basically every Peach up to me like tries to win neutral. Is they literally just go, I'm gonna like move around, make myself kind of hard to hit, and I'm gonna wait for the Falco to give me something free.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Also, is there what's Peach's answer to late aerials? Because I know Fox can sometimes just up smash out of shield, read the late aerial.
My answer, well, like my answer,
Just grab.
it's you nair out of shield, you can't be out of shield, or my answer is I do float up air out of shield.
Is that
Which it's not fast, but if you go for
like shine late aerial, does it beat? Like if you read right after the shine, you do the up air, does it beat?
okay, so if a shine lands on shield, I'm generally either holding shield or I'm nairing out of shield as a read on you like waiting.
On late aerial.
So generally I do nair.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so nair's generally the answer, whereas like yeah, I'll read that the Falco's gonna either like wave wave shine, or he's gonna do like a later area, like just like a later option. I'll try to nair out of shield. So yeah,
So
that's
that doesn't
my
kill
answer.
me either. It just resets.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay, that's good to know. I think I just missed my dash.
You do just miss your
That
dash.
work?
Yeah. You could have dashed away from this, but also I think it's also remember like something that it's really annoying for Peaches. You want to mix up shield on your landings.
Really? Okay.
Because
I know for Marths that's like death sentence.
yeah, but for Peach is looking for this, right? Peach is always looking for this because it catches like often like if they like did this. I want to talk about the dare because this was a good dare drift. Let's have a look. You see how you do it away and he like still tries to punish. Do you see how he can't punish it because he did the correct drift?
Was that a strong hit still though?
No, it was it was a strong hit, but it was a late hit, so he wouldn't have got a combo off it. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
you see what I mean about like the middle hit?
And I got punished for it. It's crazy.
So you see how he's like dashing back over here, expecting you to dare down on him?
Yeah.
Like you see this dash back, he's expecting you to dare down. That's why he does the dash back, because he's expecting you to dare here. You see that mouse?
Yeah.
That's what like I think you're doing already a pretty good job of that, but like that's the importance of just like not giving them what they want and like mixing up your drifts to make them, because like once you start mixing up your drift here, then the Peach starts having to play closer, and then now you can do the run off like an attack here.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense? Because like as soon as you start mixing up your drift and you start playing a little bit safer, the Peach has to take a risk to hit you, right? So
Yeah.
if the Peach doesn't have to take a risk to hit you, you're playing wrong.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, this spot, so mixing shield after your landings, because like, especially when if you're ambiguous with your drift, just doing it sometimes. You don't have to do it all the time, because like, me as a Peach and every other Peach, we're literally like blood scenting the Falco for dash back. We're like the Falco thinks he has enough space to dash back, but I'm gonna do this burst option that hits him.
Yeah, it hits him anyway, yeah.
And it loses the shield, right? So like a lot of the time, if you're just like a little bit like if you land like just sometimes when you land hitting shield, and like that dash as soon as you hit shield and like the Peach hits shield with dash attack here, like suddenly they have to rethink their entire game plan to get openings. Does that make sense? Because like we want to dash attack because it catches you doing anything going backwards, but as soon as you start mixing up land shield and like it starts beating the dash attack, we have to completely rethink, and suddenly dash back becomes a lot better. So just like sometimes land shield. I'll start doing notes as well. I'll move them over here as well. Feel free to take notes as well. I at the end of the session I go back over and I reformat everything. Dash back first shield.
Okay, yeah.
Shield. We're gonna talk about drift. From dot plat and in general. You talk about not giving Peach for free. Peach free. What else? Is there anything else you remember us going through so far? Dash back first shield, drifts, not giving Peach free openings. Oh, landing, Peach landing. I'll expand on that later.
I guess not going ham on shield pressure, just going slow with it, be more calculated.
Yep, shield pressure too. Retreating. And I'll make proper notes of this when we finish. Let's have a look. And yeah, we get to talk about, we're probably going to talk about recovery, and we're probably going to talk about, so reaction recovery is probably going to come up. So it's really hard for Peach to edgeguard Falco reacting, and I'll explain to you what that means soon.
That was I was just testing something.
Yeah.
I didn't even use my double jump. I was seeing if I could sneak under this.
Yep.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But you can shine stall here too. You can do a few things. Shine stall is actually really good here because as soon as you react, like you're trying to sneak, like if you know they're gonna throw that, you can actually react to the turnip throw. Turnip throw is like 20 frames. Like if you're watching the like we're gonna talk about reaction. So Peach edgeguarding is really easy until the Falco starts looking at the Peach. So what that means is basically, so alright, so I'll explain it. So let's say you're not up here. We'll go through, the situation will come up, I'll explain it later. But for right now, if you see the Peach pulling a turnip, you see the Peach throwing a turnip, because you can watch the Peach and wait for her to throw the turnip, because you know she pulled it, right? There's two options she's going to do with the turnip. She's either going to full hop to call out a jump, right? Or she's going to throw the turnip. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Peach has two options. So as soon as you see the Peach pull a turnip, you can kind of sit there. And like you can watch the Peach. Like once you know she's going to either jump. So you can either wait for her to jump or call the turnip. And you can react to this turnip with Shine. And you can react to the jump by going low and side B.
Oh, okay.
Does that make
So
sense?
if you jumped turnip, this side B works.
So what do you mean, sorry?
If you
Yeah.
jump throw,
Yep.
the side B that I just did works. Okay, so that's the mix-up. All right.
But you can also just so exactly. But but that's the thing. It's not a mix-up. Muscat didn't play a mix-up here.
Yeah, you can react. Yeah.
Because if all you have to do here, like as soon as the turnip's pulled, as soon as you see the turnip pulled, you're like, okay, he can either jump turnip or he's gonna throw the turnip, right? So you're like, all right, he threw the turnip, Shine. If he jumped, side B.
If I shine, I still have to play the up B mix-up, right?
Oh, if you shine this turnip, you can shine it and then you can side B to ledge. So you can shine it because you still have your double jump, right?
Yeah.
You can shine it and then you can double jump side B to ledge. And like this turnip comes back at the Peach and it's really annoying. You should never get the edge guard.
Oh, it actually goes back.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that before. All right.
So yeah, so in like spots like this, like if the Peach pulls the turnip, you can just wait. If the pull happens, you can shine it and like you can wait and you can play the mix up after. Or if the Peach jumps, you can just go instantly side B to ledge. Does that make sense? Okay. So this we're going to talk about reacting in your recovery, because this, as soon as you start reacting in your recovery, this edgeguard, like every Peach in the country, can't edgeguard you anymore. You will recover you will recover probably 8 out of 10 times.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
We'll put turnips here. and then we'll put float here. I'm sure the interaction will come up in a minute, so we'll talk about the other reactions you can do versus Peach. But yeah, just think. Yeah, go ahead.
Does that mean you don't even use turnips in edge guards?
I use turnips, so it's. But the way I use turnips, it's like the thing is, there's two Peach matchups. There's me and there's every other Peach. I'll use turnips in a similar way, but I'll often I'll react, like if you start reacting, I'll start so Kai will play that mix up slow sometimes, and I'll like go out and I'll throw the turnip, or I'll just like jump, like it depends on the spot, or I'll like jump out and I'll throw the turnip down if I know you're waiting. So there's more mix ups, right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there's a lot more mix ups, but I guarantee you every Peach that pulls the turnip is either throwing the turnip or full hop pulling throwing the turnip.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like there is more to counter what we're doing, but like the thing is, like this is they're just doing instant options to counter your instant options. If you start reacting to their instant options, they won't have the level 3 like built.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're just hoping their read work. They're just like they're just reading an option and they're hoping their read works, but you're reacting to their option, so you'll cover both of their options. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. And this all happens because Peach is just slow.
Mm-hmm.
She can't really.
This is what we're gonna go. This is every matchup. It's like I want you to understand this is like a really basic concept in reaction edge guarding. Like if you see, like if it's a Marth and you see him like crouching at ledge, you know he's committed to like down tilting you, right? And you can react to that and you can use that.
Okay.
It's like that. Like I'm not going to explain how it works in every single matchup, but I just want to get you start thinking about looking at your opponent when you're recovering, and just going, are they just thinking about from their position, what are they trying to cover? Like Foxes will do this too, like from ledge, like you think like from ledge or from stage, like you see them like you see them like facing away, right? Like you see a Fox at ledge facing away. What are they going to do? They want to up tilt.
Yeah.
Right?
You
can see that.
Yeah.
So as soon as
I lost like every Fox matchup, they just crouch at ledge and I double laser. They're just showing me.
Exactly. So as soon as you start looking at your opponent when you recover, your recovery gets 80% better. This is what Josh does better than anyone else in the country. This is why edge guarding Josh is so... Josh is literally like looking at you with binoculars and like waiting for you to commit to something he can like play around. So the only way to get Josh is you have to bait him and then you have to cover the option you baited. And no one does that because it's really hard.
Yeah.
Right? So like as soon as you start thinking about like looking at your opponent when you're recovering and like what option you should play based on where they are and what they're trying to cover, you recover 80% more. It's crazy.
Okay, yeah.
This is, alright, so this is an opening. So, like, you hit Peach, and you go for high dare.
Okay.
Like,
what should I have went for? Jump shine there? Okay.
Yeah, jump shine could work, but, like, I want you to know, like, even if this hits, you have to remember, like, it's a high dare. This doesn't actually lead you to anything, right? This isn't a real opening.
Okay. So it does on, like, other characters, though, on 48%,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It can on Peach, but the problem is like if the only opening is Shine, then like if she like I've got a feeling you weren't looking at percent, because if the Peach was below 40 and was floating, she gets an opening on you.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's the sort of thing where it's like if it's greedy, you're sort of hoping the Peach does like the Peach wants to shield and counter hit. The Peach doesn't want to call you out. This is the same thing I was talking about before, where it's like the Peach doesn't want to have to take a risk to hit you. The Peach wants to make herself hard to hit and wait for you to give her an opening.
Yeah.
So this dare is you giving her an opening. If you just don't commit to an option that can get shield grabbed, she can't hit you without committing to something. And that's what you punish.
Okay, so that's where it all ties into where I just win neutral more times. I can just play my good mix-ups.
Yes, exactly. Because the Peach is, you have to remember, like Peach specifically and all the slow characters are making themselves hard to hit, and they're waiting for you to give them an opening. If you just simply don't give them an opening, or like you play the slower mix-up, now they have to commit, and that's what you punish. So you don't try to force the opening until you make them commit. And a lot of the times you can make them commit and then punish that commitment. Like you can do it without actually putting yourself at risk.
Yeah.
See, like, do you see how, like, huge and, like, you didn't have to give Peach this opening.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I saw that, like, he could have just killed you off that, right?
Yeah, definitely. He got that grab like anything. He messed up.
It's the sort of thing, but, like, that entire sequence didn't have to happen. You gave it to him.
Yeah. Well, can you actually dare tech chase Peach?
Yeah, you can.
It's all reads, right?
Kinda, yeah. You can react in spots. So basically, like the way you want to combo Peach is you want to do late dare and you want to tech chase on her plats. So you want to try and get her up and you try to want to push her on plats, and then once she's on plats, you want to push her off stage, and then you want to keep her off stage. But we'll talk about that soon. I'm sure it'll come up. But yeah, like the idea of Peach is you want to go above her, you want to dare her onto a platform, and you want to tech chase her on platform because she's really easy to react to, like her all her options on platform, and then you just like push her off stage.
Yeah.
I might go into the Lex game after, and we'll have a look at it. That might help. Yeah, that was just. All right.
Those edge guards I don't get.
Yep.
I got owned. That one air dodge, he just spammed, and I didn't know what to do.
So I want to talk about this.
It's like a no lag air dodge. I don't know
What?
what it is.
Well, yeah, it is. But look at. All right. So I want to tell you something really, really important about Peach. She doesn't want to go to ledge. Ever. It's bad.
Because that's what I'm covering.
Yeah.
Because Falcons will just drift to ledge there, Marths drift to ledge
That's
there.
what I mean, right?
Every character just drifts to ledge there.
Peach always wants stage. Because ledge sucks. Like, you know how bad. Like, Peach is 110%. You can react to literally every option if you sit. Like, we'll talk about sitting there and lasering after, probably. But Peach always wants stage. Always. Yeah. So, there's no... Like, the only time you cover ledge is if you've hit her for trying to go to stage 5 times and you read that the only option left is ledge.
Okay. So
does that make sense?
Like level 2, not my level 1 go.
Correct. All you have to do to beat this, like, to beat what Muscat's doing right now... And this is why Falco is so good in the matchup, and I think that's why I really want to go on the Lex video, because you'll see he just doesn't leave this point. He just holds this point. Like, he doesn't go here. He's here. And he's either lasering, or he's doing, like, an auto-cancel back air and, like, waiting for me to commit to something, or, like, calling it out with a back air, right? He's literally just, like, sitting here. Waiting for an air dodge. And then you just punish it. But because yeah, go ahead.
And if you're on ledge, still winning. That's how you should see it. Okay.
Exactly. Like Peach doesn't want to go to ledge, and you need to force her to ledge, and then you need to force her like back to like it. You make her work for it. If you let the Peach get back to stage in a mix-up, like that's a win. Like that Peach got back for free essentially. If you make Peach go to ledge, she has to win another 3 mix-ups to get back to stage.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically your goal, like you cover stage always until the only option left for the Peach is ledge. And then like you can read that the Peach is covering ledge because the Peach has been hit for going for stage so many times, right?
Yeah.
But this is such a this is never going to work. I'm going to tell you, like, every single Peach in the country, probably in the world, like, including myself, as soon, like, it's just like, oh, holy shit, he gave me stage for free. I love this.
Oh, okay.
That in my Peach mindset, I'm just like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's Peach needs to work to get stage, and if you're not making Peach work to get stage, you're probably losing. All right. Edge guards. Peach wants stage. Look at that. This is good. Your spacing's good, but you need to recognize, like, if you laser, alright, so, if you laser Peach in the air, you see how you laser Peach in the air here?
Yeah.
Like, this is your goal. This is what you want out of these lasers, right? You want to hit Peach for trying to come at you at the air. This was your goal. If you hit this is an opening.
Yeah, so fast. Do I have to just read that I hit it, or like, oh, I guess you can see.
So, alright, like, do you know about laser reaction points? Does that make, like, do you know about, so basically every time you shoot a laser, It like every time you shoot a laser, you're not doing anything for 20 frames. Does that make sense? Like, you can't do anything for 20 frames. Yeah? Like, you shoot a laser, you're stuck in a laser for 20 frames. So what you can do with those 20 frames is look at your opponent. So basically every time you shoot a laser, like while you're in the laser stun, you want to be reacting to what your opponent is doing to plan your move after the laser leg ends.
Okay, yeah.
This is the most important part about laser. I think this is going to come up. This is what I got playing you as well. Is like you're sort of reacting after the laser hits or misses. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You're not reacting to while the laser is being fired, and you can figure out whether the laser will hit or miss while it's being fired based on where your opponent is, right? So every time, this is every matchup. This isn't just Peach. This is something Drugfox talks about as well, where this is probably Falco's most important thing. Every time you shoot a laser, you react to where your opponent is. And you read whether the laser will hit or miss, because that's what makes lasers so broken, right? Because if you have to read, like, if you have to read whether the laser will hit or miss instead of reacting to whether the laser will hit or miss early, or you have to react after the laser's already hit or miss, that sort of, you don't have the same mix-ups, right? Like, you can't confirm if the laser hits a jump. You can't confirm if, like, the laser hits a grounded opponent or not. It turns all situations that could be completely in your favor because you know whether the laser hit or not into, like, a complete guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, like, if you take away one thing for a session is react to where they are as you're shooting the laser, not after the laser.
Okay, an aerial laser or high laser links to any aerial. Falco. Okay. It beats Nair. Like,
so if you go under the Peach,
that was a really fast Nair.
It was a really fast. So we'll look at this again. You go under. There's no hitbox under. You see, if you nair the Peach, like, this is the same thing with every matchup. The same with Marth. If you laser the Marth here, right, and the Marth jumps, right, you can go under the nair with your own nair.
Marth, I swear, Marth fair beats everything here. Marth fair's broken.
Kinda, but okay. So how the sword works is it starts from the top of Marth's body. So if you hit this laser and the Marth jumps or Peach, it's the exact same situation, and you instant nair and go under the Marth, the sword will miss because you're going under the Marth.
Okay, yeah.
So if you laser an airborne, like, Marth or Peach or any character that can mash out a hit stun with an option, and you're this close, and all you do is instant nair. Because you put yourself under the Marth, and as the animation's starting up, or like in Peach's case, like, even if the animation's already out, you're hitting the hurt box under where the hitbox is, because of how now works. So if you hit the Peach, if you went under the Peach here, she wouldn't have had time to fall, and you would have hit her under where the nair is.
Okay.
That's the same thing with Marth.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like you recognize the laser's gonna hit, instant nair. So it's like you short hop and then, like, you hit the A button as fast as you can out of the short hop, and it will beat. That's how you get openings. Like, if you read a jump on Marth and you hit that laser when you're this close, that's like a 60% opening. If you recognize that you can do the instant nair, there's no mix up. You won neutral by hitting that laser.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's huge.
Yep. Going under, like, literally, like, do you sort of see the angle here? Like, if you do the short hop nair, like, you do see how, like, her, like, when Peach does her hands, it's like above her body. So if you come from under her and, like, you sort of scoop her up, does that make sense? And it's the same thing with Marth. Like, if you're coming under her, like, if you dash under her and you scoop her up with nair, because the hitbox is on the top of the body, your move will always hit.
Yeah, I gotta mess with that. I'll spam some on rank games. That makes sense though. That sounds hard to, like, rewire your brain though.
Yeah, it would be.
To every laser.
Yep. But it's by far, like, I don't, every top level Falco talks about it, like Fiction, Drugbox, all of it is like, and like this is something I thought about a long time ago as well, and something I was like talking through with Lax. It's like, this is the most important part of Falco. If you can react, like, this turns laser, like, from a decent tool into the most broken tool in the game.
Yeah.
Because, like, you no longer, like, because literally you're shooting a laser and you're making a blind 50-50. When you could be like, oh, the laser hit, I get a hit. Does that make sense? Or, like, I don't get a hit, I have to reset the situation because you recognized. So it's turning your laser from a guess, like, which, like, is a 50-50, because, like, if you commit wrong, obviously you get hit. But, like, as soon as you know whether the laser is going to hit or not before the laser hits, like, that in itself, like, breaks your character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it now. Definitely.
So this is another point is like catching jumps with high laser is great like this, but you have to be ready to hit like if that high laser hits, you have to be ready to punish the peach for it. Two, if you hit the high laser and you're too far away to punish it, say you're here, you want to go for the low laser to keep like you want to go for the low laser to catch the peach on the ground.
Okay.
Do you see how the
like air combo her?
exactly? So you should like so you go for the high laser to like to once you catch the peach in the air, you catch the peach's jump, and but you're too far away for to punish it. You want to laser her as she's like coming to the ground. You want to do a low laser so you're as advantaged as possible.
Can't she float out of aerial hit stun?
Yeah,
Off of
there's
laser?
mix-ups there, but like if you see a spot like this where you catch her in the air and you're too far away to punish it, and you see her like coming down, like you see how like she nared here instead of going for the second laser, you can sort of do the lower laser.
Okay, yeah.
So like she can float out she like but a lot of the time when you do this like a lot of the time they'll be like trying to fade back or something. Like have you ever like caught a jump like they're here? Like imagine they're here, right? Like you just catch the jump. Like you do this laser and it just like imagine this laser catches the jump, right? They're just here. You think they're gonna float like 2 centimeters above the ground when you're this far away?
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
even if they float, right, you do the lower laser. The high laser just caught the jump, so the low laser will hit anyway, as long as it's not like on the ground. Does that make
We had a
sense?
similar
That's
situation when I was playing Muscat, like I think a couple friendlies earlier, where I hit a high laser,
mm-hmm.
then he floated,
Mm-hmm.
and then he nared me out of it. So I was
Yep.
thinking double laser to get both resources, and then he's forced to drop.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
was
But
like,
yeah, that's really good. You can do retreating laser. So like if you high laser and he floats and he goes for the aerial, you can do like a retreating low laser to like or like a retreating like mid height laser to like catch the peach trying to aerial you. Because you have to remember peach is
oh, I guess
slow.
that beats everything, yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense? Like the retreating low like because like peach is trying to the peach thinks you're gonna the peach thinks you haven't realized that she can float, right? So if you and like she's gonna attack you because you're gonna try and laser. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but like because Peach is slow, right? She only has like you see my mouses. You see how she only has like this very limited angle where the aerial will hit.
Yeah.
If you dash back a tiny bit and you do this laser, do you see how it covers
Yeah.
all of it?
Everything.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So like reacting to when the Peach wants to fall with an aerial with like a dashback laser is broken as well.
Yeah. And they have to read me by just it's like overshooting a float.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay.
And like oh yeah exactly, they really need to overshoot the float and like often
Really
even if you do the dashback, like this is what we're talking about with reacting. If you react when you do the dashback before you shoot the laser and you see they're overextending, you don't have to shoot the laser.
Oh, that's hard.
Does that make sense?
Short hopping and then not lasering.
Yeah, or like short hop like or even just when you're dashbacking, you're looking at the peach, you see the peach hasn't dropped yet or hasn't started to drop and you think the peach is going to overextend, you don't have to shoot. You just don't. Or you could do the short hop and like react, and like you could do like a fair if the peach comes in and tries to overshoot too. Oh, fair's an anti-air, by the way. So your fair actually beats or bear, they both work. Your fair and bear both beat peach fair, like coming down. Fair actually like have you seen the fair? Have you seen fair hitbox?
Trades.
Like often like most of the time because peach fair is so slow and like a lot of the time if you go inside her like your fair, I'll show you the hitbox.
I don't know, I've just been conditioned to never challenge that fair. That fair's busted.
So basically you want to hit her as she's coming down. You want to hit her before the fair comes out. So you sort of anti. I encourage you to just play around it. Like you sort of move a bit forward with your fair. So like as the fair's coming out by Peach, your fair just straight wins. And like you hit her now in the air, and you hit her with a grounded aerial in the air, and she's still in the air. You get a full combo.
The exact time. You have to read the exact timing she falls down.
You think she's when she's gonna fall? Yep, kind of. Yeah, but a lot of the time it's really predictable, and you can do like a retreating fair to catch it too, and that's not committing too much. And it's same thing with bear. That's kind of what it's used for. If you do bear and you think the peach is gonna fall with fair, you can bear before the fair comes out, right? You can do like full hop bear, and you can do it because like a lot of peaches will try to catch the landing, like catch you on the ground, right? If the peach
miss the bear, can you react and punish that? Can't, right? Because
no.
Well, AC bear is like really fast.
No, yeah, it's really hard. But it's just like thinking about all right, so peach, so interacting with peach fair, you want to try and hit it. You want to try and move like peach fair. You don't want to retreat and hit it, right? You want to move into her and hit it. Because the move's slow. Like you see how the slap comes down.
Oh, so you
So
want to
if
like
you move into her
fight
and
it?
hit her before the hitbox comes out. So if you think she's gonna fair, you can like wave dash in and bear because the bear will how do I explain this? Like the peach will come down with the fair and like she's here and your bear comes and hits her before the fair comes out. Because if she's trying to fair you while you're on the ground, like and she's trying to hit you on the ground, she has to fair you and the fair won't come out to here. So if you hit her
Yeah,
up here, you win.
you gotta fight it like head on. Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
So if you read a fair or like you can just run up and full hop in there and it'll beat the fair, right?
Yeah,
You can run up full hop
I don't
nair.
like
You
full
can
hopping though, because I swear you can get counter hit. Like you full up nair and they just double jump near you back.
if you
I
fade
swear
it
that
if you
happens.
fade it properly. So like the whole point is you're not looking like you that counter hit happens when you try to fall into them. So you want to sort of like nair and you want to fade away. So like if you nair upwards and you fade this way and the peach is this way, there's no counter hit. But if you nair this way and the peach is also this way, there's a counter hit.
Yeah, so I feel that a lot
Um,
with Marth. I just full jump area and they just hit me.
mhm.
I just die.
But yeah, it's not. But like a lot of the time, like when you do that full hop aerial to like counter the early fair, like you don't want to move into the. You just want to take your 15% you and leave it. So you're not trying to combo
Okay.
off it. You're just like, all right, this is free 15%. I'm just hitting her and I'm resetting. Remember, Peach is slow at coming down. So you hit her, you reset, and you catch her landing with the laser, and suddenly you're an advantage again.
Okay. So can I see that? Like, is Peach getting that float right there? Like her winning in a way, and resetting is just all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, it goes huge.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is an anti-air, by the way. First any character trying to come diagonally above you, this is an anti-air. Like this is amazing first Peach.
Yeah, and it's much easier to space versus Peach than like say Fox.
Hmm.
'Cause Fox can just be on top of you.
Yeah, exactly. And the fox can also come like from the side, and where this isn't good, but you see how hits this hits perfectly because you're trying to hit diagonally above you because the Peach is coming diagonally above you, right?
Yeah.
So it's something I just encourage you playing around with it. I really liked it because I played this matchup from Falco side too. I have a lot of Falco, Peach, and I really like this move in the matchup. But it's just
Okay.
something to think about. But yeah, we'll put hitting fair before it comes out, or like moving into fair and hitting it.
Yeah, just challenging it more directly.
Yep.
Because right now I just give up space. And
Yep.
That's how I feel like I lose.
And you can sort like it's so obvious when the Peach wants to fair from a full hop, right? All you have to do to beat that, like you see the Peach floating like above here. Like what is she gonna do? She's gonna bear or she's gonna fair, right? So all you have to do, the fair beats this bear here. By the way,
Straight
if
up.
you yeah straight up, if you do retreating bear hit, like imagine this is actually a really good example. So she does this. If you do retreating fair, like you do a short hop backwards and you fair, it wins.
Okay, yeah. That's I
Yeah.
could see that definitely.
So you see how it like sort of cut like if she tries to approach you diagonally and you think like you either react or you think she's gonna fall, all you have to do you can just retreating bear, like retreating fair, and it beats this. And now she's in the air and you can get a combo. It's cool. But yeah, it's just that's just like a cute little thing.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's very annoying. All the Falcos forget to do it, but like sometimes Lax remembers, and I hate it because that means I can't come in diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Is there a better way around that? I thought I could space out of it. I was pretty far away.
So this just catches you. There's a few ways to move around that way. Let's have a look.
I did a neutral jump. Oh, I actually did. I did backwards jump. Yeah, and that still hit me. That's crazy.
You beat this dash attack by double jumping the ledge. So you go down and you just like you wait on that shine a bit more, or you can just you don't have to jump out of the shine straight away. This is another thing. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about reacting again. So this is another reaction point in edge guarding. So like in this spot, you do the shine. You can wait for the Peach to commit to either a dare or a dash attack. Like you can sit in the shine,
Yeah.
and you as soon as you see the Peach dash attack, or as soon as you see the Peach bear, like a dare, sorry, that's when you can double jump. Does that make sense?
Oh, can you side B into dare? Beach dare? That beats
Yeah. If you side B, if you jump backwards and you side B above it, it beats it.
it? Okay, yeah.
So you jump backwards and side B above it. But like in this spot, like you can also, but it's so long that you can just react to it. So if you're in the spot, if you're in this spot and you're reacting in this shine, and the Peach commits to either option to cover you jumping back to ledge, you win.
Yeah.
Because you just like as soon as you see the option, then you jump. and that beats whatever the Peach did, right? Because if the Peach is stuck in dash attack lag, or if the Peach is stuck doing a dare for 30 frames, and you react to the start of that dare, and you jump at the end of that dare, then you win.
Yeah.
Does that
So
make
it's
sense?
heavily skewed.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Until they prove otherwise.
exactly. So this is why I want to talk to you about, like, I think this is gonna be probably the most important thing is reacting in recovery.
We're reacting like every spot. It seems
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm. This is the game. Welcome.
better players just react to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Welcome. That is like the more you get into it, and the more you get into it, that's the difference between Josh and everyone else. Like
He
Josh
knows
just
when to
reacts
react.
to more, and like Nick's the level below that, right? Nick reacts to a ton, and Josh that's how you get better, because reacting makes your punish better, because when you hit, you're reacting before the hit and you're reacting to GI now, so you can set up easier instead of reacting to where they are after. It's like the earlier you can react, and the more you react to, the better your punish gets, the better your defense gets, the better your neutral gets. That's the entire game, is learning spots to react to.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm. That's it's once you realize, you're like, oh, that's what the game is.
Yeah, because then that'll just make all the matchups more consistent. Because
Mm-hmm.
you actually have situations. Because right now my situations, I feel like I just get them.
You're just guessing, right? And you're just like, oh, the peach dash stack. But as soon as you're like, I'm gonna wait for the peach to do something, and I'm gonna look at the peach to see what they're doing. Suddenly, if they commit to either option, you win. You didn't have to read anything. All you had to read that was going to commit to a option instead of having to play a 50-50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's 100% gonna be the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, for sure.
I also had a feeling we're halfway through game one, and we're almost an hour in. By the way, I had a feeling this would be a case, because I can talk about this matchup for every little
Yeah.
spot. But I'm hoping you're getting something out of it.
Yeah. Just this idea of reacting to more things.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
I think the laser's the biggest one. The laser's the start, and reacting in recovery and reacting in edge guarding is really good too. But I think recovery and I think laser is a really, really, really good start. Because you have no idea how broken Falco recovery is as soon as you start looking at your opponent.
Yeah, I could see that.
This is another point. You can kind of so this is another point where you can kind of move into the peach.
Like during this edge
Like,
guard.
do you see how like she double jumps here? And you're sort of sitting all the way back here. Like, okay, so I want to explain Peach. Peach is really weak, and this is the same with a lot of characters under her, but she's really good diagonal coming down. Like, do you see this like sort of spacing when she's hitting you side to side? Like, do you see this fair? Do you see how like good it is?
Yeah.
Imagine if instead this Falco, you take this Falco, you plop him, you move him over here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Suddenly the foot's in her dress, and suddenly her hand's above your head.
Doesn't dare win? Because I had a lot of trouble with dare as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing I want to talk about reacting. If the Peach commits to a dare, all you have to do is like threaten by sitting on the ground in front of her, and then if she dares, you can just wait for the dare and hit it.
Okay.
So this is that's something I want you to start thinking about. Is we're probably not going to get time to go into all of like the edge guard situations, but you can. So getting under Peach and like retreating backwards from under her. So like if you do, instead of doing this short hop fair here, if you get here and you do a retreating bear upwards, that basically like
do you mean full hop? Like
yeah, you can do like a full hop retreating bear, or even you can even do a short hop one. But if you do it from like if you do the bear from like under her and you go in, there's no real option for Peach to hit you, and if she air dodges in, you're also moving in, so you're closer to punish. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
So like you want to get you sort of want to get under and like hit the Peach, or you either want to get under or you want to jump up and you want to hit the Peach before she can start the fair. So you want to hit the Peach at like, so you want to jump up. So how do I explain this? So a lot of this is about waiting for the Peach to put herself in a spot and then either going under and hitting her, or waiting for her to commit to an air dodge, or hitting her before her fair start up.
Yeah.
So those are basically your three options. Is like, and you can do that by like wave dash. Like if you wave dash back bear into her, she can't really react to that because like you don't have to commit. So
Yeah.
like and if you wave dash back bear, then like her fair doesn't have time to come out to trade, right? And because you're hitting from under her, like nair won't hit your bear. Like your bear will be her nair and everything. So you will just beat every option if you're like patient and if the peach is just sitting there. So like you can read the peach just sitting there with like a wave dash in and hitting her. You can read the peach just hovering there by just staying there yourself. You don't have to commit to anything.
Yeah. So do we just talk about one more situation? It's just the high recovery. That's the other one I don't understand at all. Like when she just floats
So
high.
yep, you're right. Well, high, you sort of shark a landing. So you threaten something, so you jump at her and you make her do something, and then you sort of read how she's going to react to you jumping at her without committing.
Can't she air dodge down smash on plat? Like that destroys you.
Yeah, she can, but you remember, like, you can just short hop and, like, fastball before she even has time to come down. It's like, you don't, like, the idea is you don't have to commit to a move. Like, the Peach can air dodge through you if you commit to a move, but if you don't commit to a move and you just empty land, then you have time to punish the air dodge, and there's no way for the Peach to actually hit you from that interaction.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I wish it came up more, but there's a lot of ideas. So basically, a lot of you just follow where the Peach's air drift is, and you threaten something without committing to it. Because you remember the Peach can only hit you and can only air dodge through you if you're right there. So if you threaten being right there, she has to do something.
Okay.
And then she can't. But like if you're right, like if you threaten being right there, but then you instantly drop out of her range, she can't actually hit you.
All right. That makes sense.
Edge
I'm just
guard.
losing how slow she is. Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Makes sense to me.
So you threaten being in her range, make her do something, and punish doing something. That's I'm sad we didn't get more like situations to go through that. But that's the idea.
Edge guards,
Yeah, we'll have it. We'll put that up. Actually, that's a really good idea. We'll go through that
There's only,
quickly
like-
because I think this is important.
There's only like 3, I think. I've timestamped it in game timer.
Edge guards.
So I think it's like 7:36 in game timer. I think this is the one.
Let's have a look.
7:36.
Oh, here we go. 7:36, 6:43, and 5:48. 7:36. The thing that will help you most is stage, but let's have. Oh, sorry, guys, that's coming up.
I think it is. Oh,
All right.
No, this is the air dodge one actually. I think
It
it's the other
is,
one.
but yeah. Do you want? What do you think was the problem here? This is actually a separate one, I think. But here you go.
Really?
What?
Just
Tell me
stand on
what I
stage?
think the problem was. Yeah.
Just stand on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I went through that one. I think it was a different one than
You can shoot a high laser to take like you can shoot a laser to take so basically you take her resources, and then you wait for her, and you just and then eventually she has to put herself in a dangerous situation, and you read a drift. And most of the time you want to read the drift in a way that doesn't make you commit.
Yeah, I get it
And-
now because you just give him ledge.
Yep, give him ledge, give him corner, because corner's still really good for you too, because the Peach can't do anything in the corner.
Mhm.
So the idea is like you wanna wait for her to put herself in a bad situation, and then you wanna punish the option that gives her stage, like 90% of the time, and then the 10% of the time you can kill her for trying to do the safe option. But there's no point going to try to kill her for doing the safe option, because she's never going to do it, because it's so much less reward and so much higher risk. Does that make sense? Like if the Peach goes to ledge and you hit her and you dare her for going to ledge, she's dead. But if you back her for going to stage, she's still alive. And the reward for her going to ledge is ledge. And the reward for her going to stage is stage, right? Do you see how it's lower risk to go to stage, but also higher reward for the Peach?
Yeah.
So that you always punish that until she has to go to ledge, and then you can read that and just kill her. But you always punish stage until you have her condition to ledge.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that in itself, just that idea will help so much.
Yeah, I think I could probably piece together the other parts. Should be alright.
We'll go through. We have a little bit more time. We'll do an extra 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go through what 6:43. We'll see if we can find more situations than just like a low air dodge. See if we can find a high situation. 6:43. Because yeah, you're
One
right.
of them was a high. I don't know which one it was. I forgot.
Let's have a look. All right, this is 6:43. Oh, this is a high.
Yeah. So I did the same thing actually. So this
Yeah.
is exactly the same. Even though it
So
was high.
quickly,
I think the
what
last one is high. If I remember correctly.
what am I gonna tell you here before? Like, what do you think? Like, there was a mistake before you even went low, or like, and this is why this is why Falco is so impressive. Like, well, this is why you want to get Peach off stage, and this is why Falco is really good in this matchup.
I guess I was perfect full hop laser height.
Yes. So the idea of Falco edge guards is like, especially if Peach is really far back, you want to laser her till she doesn't have a double jump, until she doesn't have a float.
So she burn float here. If I shot a laser, she'll have only
nothing.
double jump.
All she has is up, and she double jumps. Look.
Oh, she double jumped to get to that height?
Have a look. You can tell me.
Oh, she burned both. Okay,
Yeah. All you have to do is shoot her with a laser. Suddenly, all she has is the shitty air dodge to stage from low, which you can always punish, or she has ledge or up B. All of those things you can punish.
Yeah, I just stand like middle of side plat and
shoot.
Bear.
Yep, and then yep. So all right, so edge guarding. So basically, you like if you hit Peach away, if you hit. Take away a laser to take away float and double jump. You also have to, so something that Kai's bad at doing actually is like as soon as you take away float and double jump, just put the gun away.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So you put the gun away as soon as you take away her resources, because you're just like,
because you wanted to get ledge actually.
yeah, exactly. You want yeah, you don't care anymore. And also if you up B, if she up Bs and you laser her, she gets to up B higher.
Oh.
Right? So as soon as you take away her resources, just put the gun away and react to her drift and try to wall her in from stage. Remember, you're always protecting stage. Like as soon as you realize that you're always protecting stage, and like you're just like walling her out from stage, you're stopping her from air dodging into stage, you're chopping her from like up B fading into stage, everything becomes so much easier. So you're just watching her drift, and you're trying to protect the drift that gets her to stage. You never want Peach to land behind you. That's your goal. You never want Peach to land like in front of you on the stage. Landing in the corner is okay, going to ledge is great, but you like your goal as Falco is to not let her land behind you on stage.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I think I can kind of think of the answer for high up B then. Like you just jump on top plat and you patrol.
You just wait. You just patrol. Yeah, exactly. You literally just wait. You wait for her to come down, and you stay right under her. And if she commits to a drift, you can like read it with like a bear, like a full hop bear or something, or you can read her landing with like a laser or like a nair or something. So it's just like you literally just patrol and you protect. You protect zones and you keep yourself in range of her.
Yeah, because right now I'm just doing it from the ground. I'm just trying to full hop up there. And if that misses, she gets stage.
Exactly.
So just like jump on side plat and then get that high ground.
Just to stay near her and threaten, like just make it so she can't get past you and can't get to stage. Like you just sit there.
Mix in a double jump bear like sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And we'll look at 548 and we can finish up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the high one.
Yep. So this is high.
Yeah. So I just went for. Oh shit! I didn't even go for that.
This was good.
But yeah.
Actually, so basically, so if I hit Peach high here, I do this as Peach, first Peach as well. I jump on the side plat.
Yeah.
Because that gives you, so basically jumping on the side plat gives you access to all of this, right? Yeah. This as soon as you jump on, this makes bear, and that makes her want to go low, and then you can react to her going low by dropping.
Yeah.
So if you jumped on the side plat, you were threatening all of this. So you just sort of follow her, and you stay at the edge of her range. Like you try to stay in like full hop bear range the whole time, and then you try to punish her drifting, and you try to punish her getting stage.
Yeah.
And in this spot, this was a really good way. If you were looking at her and you so you want to remember you're trying to not get her past her. Like you're trying to not remembering that you're trying to not let her past you. Sorry.
Because I just hard red ledge.
Yeah. So like if remembering this, all you have to do is like walk slightly forward here, because now if she air dodges in, she lands exactly where you are and you punish her. And if she air dodges out or if she lands here, now she's in the corner and you can like laser her landing and she's lasered in the corner. She's screwed.
Yeah.
Right? So like all you have to do here is protect. Like, do you see how Muscat wants stage? Like, do you sort of see it
Yeah.
from the Peach mindset right now?
It's a common theme. Yeah.
Like, but imagine if you were just sitting here, like sitting where your Falco icon is.
Yeah, that's like a
Just imagine.
situation there.
She's checkmate. She can't do anything. Like, you hit her back off. She's yeah. And then all you have to do is do it again, and all you have to do is eventually get like a read on like a jump up here or like a dare eventually. But you have to remember, like, all you're doing is protecting stage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it all makes sense now. I want to say at least.
There you go. Yeah, I think that, I don't know. It's a sort of unintuitive concept, so it definitely makes sense. But that's the idea anyway. Like the Falcos that can do that, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I know. All I can give you is like the Peach perspective of every time I get to air dodge into stage and they protect ledge, I'm just like, yes, freedom.
I remember looking at this replay and I saw the damage I did was like retarded. So much. I'm sorry by the way, but yeah, I did so much damage.
That's alright.
And yeah, I just felt like I couldn't kill her.
You just keep her off stage. You keep her off stage. You keep her off stage, and then you read her playing defensive. And in that spot too, if you were sitting where you were for like where I pointed out for like an edge guard, I think she was at 110. If she was at like 120 or something, you can up smash that on reaction. Like she air dodges in, you up smash, and she's dead. So it's like you can start like as soon as you start like thinking about just defending stage, you can start and you get more comfortable with that. You can start learning how to convert those air dodge reactions into kills. And like you can start learning how to convert like the Peach, because like the Peach is gonna start like if you always protect that spot, the Peach is gonna start playing really patient in the air, and like you can start learning how to convert killing the Peach off being patient.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like as soon as you start protecting stage, it all slowly falls into place.
Yeah, and then you can just piece together the rest. That makes sense to me. But yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That was super insightful.
I
think I needed that because the last time I had with Josh was also insightful, and like that was what drove me for like a whole year, pretty much.
That's sick to hear.
I think this should take me for the next year at least. I should see how it goes. That'd
be sick. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever feels up to you. I'd love to if you want to do so. Basically, like what I like doing is doing a little 30-minute, 40-minute catch-up session in like a month or so, just to see how you go with all these concepts and just have a look at them and have a chat, and maybe point out like two new things. I don't like doing like a whole second session just because like all these concepts are really complicated, right? And they're going to take a long time to implement. So I think it's a good idea just to see how you're implementing it and just like sort of have some commentary on that, and that's it.
Yeah, because that's what Josh did. No, not Josh. Yeah, that's what happened with my Josh lesson. I just had that one ID from that 1 hour session, and it lasted me like hella long.
That's sick, dude. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll make a little bit more detailed notes later. Oh, what do you want to just go through? I'll have it on screen if you want it, but do you want to just like go through some of the stuff, but like see if you what you remember? So you just talk about what it means to you.
First shield. So this is just shielding when you're landing, because like shielding's actually good, unlike versus Marth, because Marth just can't destroy you. I guess actually you can kind of apply it to Marth as well. Marth loves to dash attack the landing.
Yep.
This is just drift. I think I do it already, but I'm just not cognizant of it. I should think about it more, because when I do drift, I don't actually look at them.
Yep.
I'm just gonna be like.
It's the same thing about not giving Peach free opening. So you want to make her reading, and it's the same thing with every character, because like you can't punish aerials, you punish drifts. Does that make sense? In this game, you don't punish aerials, you punish drifts.
Oh yeah.
So
I think I've heard something similar from Fest. Yeah.
Like, if you make your drifts ambiguous. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think my biggest takeaway was just watching the opponent and actually reacting to what they do, and like seeing these micro, because then there's like things I can actually react to. Because right now I'm just like, I'm reacting that they're fairly far away. I'm not reacting to any specific animations or like anything like that. So I think going harder on the reactions.
Yeah.
is like the way to go.
If I could, I'd highlight this like 5 times. I'm like, this is the game. Like the thing you're talking about with like reacting to all these little spots. That's the game. That's what separates the decent players from the good players, and like the good players from the really really good players. Like all, it's just more of this. That's it.
Oh, I could see like reacting slowing me down though, like a lot. Like, would that have happened to you?
Short term, you're always gonna be a little bit sketchy on it, but it's you. So that's what I was talking about with reacting with laser, right? The reason
Yeah.
reacting in laser is so good is because you're
Oh,
not
it doesn't
doing
affect.
anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? And that's the same thing with recovery, right? You're recovering. You react when there's downtime. Like you when you nair, you're stuck in that nair, so you react,
Yeah.
right? So well, I put that in reacting. You always want to react when you've committed to something in downtime. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
That
ever
makes sense.
if ever you're not able to do like an input, you should be looking at them preparing your next input. So if you're doing your reacting in downtime, you're not slowing yourself down at all.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I kind of do that when like I'm prepping like an arms attack. That's
Exactly.
essentially all you're looking for.
Yep, exactly. That sort of
Um,
thing. Because you can't you're just you like side beat on ledge or something, or you're just waiting to get hit, right?
yeah.
So you're reacting. It's applying that concept to like every situation you're in downtime, which is just when you commit to a move, when you commit to like when you're in recovery, when you're it's just all of these situations, right? When you're in laser especially.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll just go to the other quick thing. We didn't the situation didn't come up, which surprised me. If you so this is the other easy reaction you can do when Peach is on ledge is if she floats, you can double jump high. She can't cover it. You double jump high and you side beat the stage.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Does
I
that
do
make
that
sense?
Bobby thing now.
Yeah, exactly. Like as soon as the Peach commits to float, if you have the ability to double jump high, you should,
Yeah.
because like she can't cover it, right? So like you can watch the Peach, and as soon as she floats, if you have the ability to go above her, you go above her, because she's reading you
Mm-hmm.
going to stage or she's reading you going to ledge. But you don't even have to you don't have to read anything. Like as soon as she floats, she's stuck.
Okay. And is this side B to top plat you mean, right?
Yeah, you can just side B to side flat. So like if you get hit
You can
off
side
and the
plat.
Peach like you know how the Peach just like floats there waiting for you to side B into her in air or waiting for you to side B to
Yeah.
ledge down air. Like if you have the ability to go above her, you can just react as soon as she commits to float and just double jump above her.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yeah, she can't do anything about it.
Yeah. I think I'll slap to piece a lot of these together
Mhm.
once I actually because it's all just looking at them.
Mhm.
'Cause
Mhm.
if I can see that they're covering one thing, I can just
Yes.
experiment with like other things.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
then that'll give me more purpose in unranked as well. Because right
Mhm.
now I haven't wrote in the thing. I just throw in unranked. I
Yeah,
don't
I saw
do
that.
anything in it.
Yep.
I just mess around.
That's
Um,
kind of what I want to talk to you about. Before we finish up, oh my god! But before we finish up, the last point I do want to make is like in regards to practice. Like the thing I tell everyone is, you go in and you basically have three or so, like so you have there's two kinds of sessions. Like every session you go into, you should have like 1 to 3 things of like specific situations, specific ideas, specific things you're looking for to work on. Like
yeah,
let's say it could be like reacting to edge guards, it could be like reacting to this float, it could be like trying to take stage from Peach. Like it could be these individual things. Like every session you go in and you have to have like you should be having these individual things to work on. And the trick is if you don't have individual things to work on, the session is about finding those things. Does that make
ooh,
sense?
yeah, that's
So
good. Yeah,
if you don't have any, if you're like I don't know what to work on in this matchup, I'm gonna find something because like all it takes is you're like, oh, I dropped this spot twice, so now it's something to
mm,
work on. Does that make sense? Or if I got F
yeah,
smashed in the spot 3 times, okay, what should I do instead? All right, that's something to work on. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
for sure, for
So
sure, for
every
sure.
session you go into, like this is how you improve, faster than everyone else. Is if you have make all of your sessions have purpose, you'll be improving faster than like 99% of the people in the country, straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's probably the last thing I want to talk about. But like, I hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed that. I'll fix these notes up a little bit, make them a little bit more detailed, and then I'll send them to you, and I'll send the VOD to you as well if you want that.
yep, yep,
That's it.
100%. Thanks for your
Hope you
time,
enjoyed,
man.
man. Catch you.
Thank you.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, happy to call it. Um, yeah, I got things to work on, and
I'm
yeah, we
I'm
went a bit
looking
over
forward to
time.
seeing your stuff a lot actually. Like I'm impressed like a little bit. I think it's just like I think it's just being more Purpose, more purpose. I think you sort of wait for your opponent too much, and you're not really waiting for them to do anything specific. You're just sort of waiting for them to be in a bad situation. And you're doing a high dare and hoping it works. But
Yeah. Because
yeah.
I was talking to this with Muscat. Ozman is exciting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone under Goody Lax Mellow
Mm-hmm.
tier is going to
Yeah.
come up. Spinal's there soon.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else seems to be stuck. It's just Spinal at the moment. Like they're like the gatekeepers, man. No one can crack them. In every
Mm-hmm.
bracket, you have to be at least one of them, and no
Mm-hmm.
one can do it. Aaron loses, Doritos loses, I lose. I don't know who else. RNG's not winning them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just
You could be
cracking
the one,
necessary.
I believe.
I'm hoping. It's hard, man. They're so fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the stuff I like the difference between like that's pretty much what I want to talk about is the difference between like Goody, Lax, and Rupert to everyone else that's grinding is the purpose in sessions.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like straight up, they play consistently and they have purpose in sessions, and that's what lets them improve faster. So if you're able to start doing this and you're able to like find meaningful things to work on, and you're able to play a decent amount, then like you'll like that is how you catch up.
Yeah. So I'm trying. I think I can get there, but I can definitely see the tier. Like they're a
Mm-hmm.
solid tier above. I think everyone else. I would say. Like there's definitely a gap at the
I
moment.
think I think like a really good is to I think a really good place to put you is like consistently beating everyone else below them, and then like once you're in that spot where you're consistently above everyone else below like Scotty Melodic, that's when you start like eking in like 1 or 2 wins on them, and then you slowly start to go even. It's like that sort
Yeah.
of like a really good session is just like I want to be beating everyone below like Scotty Melodic. I think that's a pretty good like standard to hold yourself to. I reckon pretty good goal because that just means like Spinal, Aaron, um,
Like Chib RNG, those
RNG,
mobs.
Chive, yep.
Like, we're all around that level, and we're all just trying to crack it.
Mm-hmm.
No one has done it yet. I think Spinal's the closest, as I said.
Yeah, Spinal's improving crazy fast. I've been pretty surprised too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
man,
Thanks for your
we'll
time.
catch you later.
Happy to call it. Thanks, man.
No
Have a good
problem.
one.
Bye.